guys, it's Janet here with remarkablycreated.com. I want to give you a short peek into some great cards that I'm going to be posting in the coming days on my blog, remarkablycreated.com. What we will be working with is the Memories and More. If you are not familiar with the Memories and More, what this is a card pack of 4x6 cards, 4x3 cards, as well as different stickers and acetate kind of beautiful overlays and things like that, that can be used for your scrapbooking, traditional style, can be used for pocket page style scrapbooking, but can also be used for card fronts. In the current holiday catalog, we have this collection called Merry Little Christmas. And let's go ahead and let's open it up and let's take a look at this collection together. This collection is beautiful for scrapbooking and preserving your holiday memories, which I will showcase a few pages of that coming up. Not in this video, however. We're going to be focusing on cards instead. And so in the pack, you receive your 4x3 cards, your 4x6 cards, and more 4x3 cards. So you've got a whole bunch here to work with. They're each individually cellophane wrapped. And once you open them, the nice part of having them come in this sweet little box is if you're not using them, you can store them in this sweet little box and then on your shelf. I personally choose to store mine in what's called a wood case storage box. I have a DVD tower that all of those things fit in, and so that's where I keep mine. And I have them all labeled with my little P2 Touch labeler on the side. And then I can find what I'm working with. So let's take a look at the collection of cards first, and then I'll show you some of the things that I've been working on and some tips and ideas. So here you can see that both of these are the same on this side. And then on the reverse side, it's the black versus white. This is white and black. This is black and white. This card would traditionally be used for maybe journaling and things like that. And then on this side, we have another piece that you could add a small picture to or more journaling. Here we have, here comes Santa Claus, and then some images like that. I find that images like this are perfect for your card making because I'm really able to easily add either a die cut image or a stamped image to a page like this. And if we flip it over again, you've got some more images like this. This was recently used in one of my blog posts, giving you a sneak peek of the really fun pandas that are coming as a celebration offering in January. So that's great. And again, you've got the titling pieces if you want to use that for scrapbooking. Beautiful pieces here. This is a great piece that you can easily add a greeting to or a stamped image to. Again, you're also able to add your die cuts easily. You're going to see the mitten here for just a few minutes. We have our Star of Wonder and then some more journaling. Another great, just solid color piece. That's a great filler piece for your pocket pages. Great for adding an image or photo. And it's Old Olive on one side and Cherry Cobbler on the other. So we have these images. So again, you can see sometimes they're print, Deck the Halls. And sometimes they're big scripts and fonts. Sometimes they have the lines for journaling and jumping off points. So best times, Christmas, more images, Noel, like this. So that's that little pack. Let's take a look real quick at the other pack. We have Dashing Through the Snow, which would be great with our little Santa sleigh, little reindeer. We have some silver metallic pieces and beautiful acetate, so you have your ornament, your Christmas cheer. Look at those pretty stripes. So these are beautiful silver metallic pieces for you. And I love this craft look. So again, you can do your journaling inside of here, or you're going to see some of them used on cards. Ho, ho, ho. And then more basic designs. So a lot of craft in this one kit here. And then we have some more of our solid Old Olives. Joy to the World. I should turn these around. Didn't realize they were upside down. Sorry about that, guys. Fa la la. And I love that these Memories and More kits use Stampin' Up's colors so that they coordinate with Stampin' Up's ink pads. So in this case, you're going to have Cherry Cobbler, Old Olive, our basic black, and our luscious lime, excuse me. Oh my gosh. Lemon Lime Twist. I've been a demonstrator, guys, for 21 years, and I've seen a lot of colors come and go. And we had a color a long time ago called Lucky Limeade and, oh my God, what was the other one? Something lime. Luscious Lime. And so now we are at the new color. So sorry about that, guys. So then we have our numbers. So perfect for scrapbooking. And then within the 4x6 size, of course, we have some more again. And I love that everything's doubled so that I can use one this way and the other side this way. Okay, I'm not forced to necessarily double up or double down if you are into blackjack. So these sheets here are all stickers. They're self-adhesive. In this case, they're self-adhesive die cuts with the white background. And in this case, they're self-adhesive acetate stickers. And so just those different elements. This is another larger silver element. It looks beautiful over a photo. So if that was my photo, I could put that over top and have that beautiful overlay. So, whoops, I got to save my glove because I'm going to need that. So again, that Let's Be Jolly. Let's turn it around so maybe you guys can see it better. Making Spirits Bright. And let's leave that out for just a second. So here we have, and I love also that sometimes the orientation may be changed just a little bit. This will be great if you wanted to write down your kids' Christmas list or a list of all of the days and events of things that happened for the month. So lots and lots of fun possibilities, again, whether you're doing cards or tags. And in this video today, I'm going to show you just cards. But if you want to keep coming back to visit remarkablycreated.com, you're going to see some tags as well as scrapbook pages throughout the month featuring these images. So a couple of things when you want to work with these to turn them into cards, into tags, into Project Life pages or traditional scrapbook pages is to remember again that the colors coordinate with Stampin' Up's cardstocks, ribbons, and embellishments. In this case today, I'm going to show you just some great cards featuring these projects. So one of the things that works well to have on hand is a Stampin' Up trimmer. Because these are 4x6 and your standard card is 5.5 by 4.25, you need to do some trimming work. How much trimming work is going to be up to you based on whether you are layering your images onto another color or just simply taking off some of the images so it can be layered with just a pop of color around it. And in this case, I've just taken off enough so that I have Oh Holy Night still showing. And I've got just the top and the bottom. And I'll show you here on the card. So here is your card, Oh Holy Night. And I used our Bethlehem Nights die cuts. And I cut Mary and Joseph out and the star. And I have Oh Holy Night very quickly and easily for my holiday card here. In this case, this is the Making Spirits Bright. And I cut off all of the lined edges around it. Mounted it onto real red cardstock, and I have this basic card. Now, can you pop them up even more with ribbon? Could I have added some pearls? Could I have added some Wink of Stella? Absolutely. I wanted to show you them as basic could be, and that's just pairing it with solid color cardstocks that we have. On my blog post, you will definitely be seeing some of the stepped up versions. Here's another example. This is the Joy to the World card, and we used an embossing folder on the back with the Lucky Stars background. We have basic black and cherry cobbler cardstock on that project. So here is another example. So what we've done to put this card together is we have a half sheet of our old olive cardstock. So you have an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock cut in half. What you would do is you would score it in the middle, and you would fold it over, and then using your bone folder, you would give it a nice solid crease. I've gone ahead and I've cut a piece of our Whisper White cardstock to 4 inches by 5.25 inches so that I can go ahead and I can lay it on here. And remember, I'm not doing any extra fancy embellishing. The stepped up versions will be on my blog for you. So we have this piece. Then these cards are 4 inches by 3 inches. So what I've done is I've taken a contrasting piece of cardstock and I've cut it at 4.25 by 3.25. And we'll just add our adhesive to that, centering that card from the card pack on the cherry cobbler. Oops, and we'll go ahead, and my adhesive's out, so we're going to pretend like I've done all the areas. And that quick and easy. And then on the inside of this card, I would go ahead and add another piece of Whisper White, just like I did for that, to make it easier for me to add my handwritten message or another stamped image. For this card here, we're going to, oops, I do have another piece of adhesive handy, so that's perfect. We have our basic black cardstock. Again, you would score it and then fold it. In this case, I have a piece of designer paper, and I have found that this beautiful music paper in its black and white options coordinates perfectly with this kit. Let's go ahead and let's lay that down. And the card says fa la la on this side. The other side is just the generic black on white, and I showed you that earlier in the video. But I want to work with the fa la la side. You know, there's that great song, and if I knew how to sing, I would be serenading you right now. But trust me, it is an absolute gift that I am not singing to you. And we'll mount that to the front of the card. And then from one of our die cuts, our little music holiday set, I have this little treble clef. And so now I just added a little bit more. I could come in here and add a couple of little berries right in here if I wanted to with our enamel shapes. And then, of course, I would add a piece of Whisper White to add my message quickly and easily. So hopefully by now you're already seeing how quick and easy. In this case, the Let's Be Jolly, I trimmed all of the extra pieces off around it. And I have a piece of Whisper White. And one of the things that's really hard to teach in card making is this layering effect here, because everybody's going to have a different aesthetic. Some people like that border to be really, really wide. Some people want it to be narrow, and some people want it to just be a hint. What I have found personally is it totally varies based on the card that I'm making. I have no set that it's always going to be 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 like this card. Sometimes it's just a smidgen, and sometimes, as you see here, the top and the bottom are wider than the left and the right, okay? And so again, some of that boils down to personal touches. So in this case, I'm going to put this on here. So I have our Old Olive, I have our new lemon lime twist. I have a piece of Whisper White and the Let's Be Jolly cardstock. So now in this case then, I'm going to take my snips and we're just going to trim that little extra off. Could I have cut it exactly? Yes. But what I have found is to let it a little bit longer and then trim it down gives me a more exact measurement. Could I add ribbon? Could I add some other little sparkles? Absolutely. And you'll see that on my blog post. Just a couple more. These are not totally finished, but you can kind of see where I'm going with them. So here in this case, the orientation of the ornaments is up and down, so your portrait version. In this case, you have the landscape version, and you're already going to see where I could add a piece of ribbon, and then I'm going to use a banner die to add a greeting to that. So you can see that some more here. I'm not going to put this card together because this is one of the ones that I want to bling up for you. So we have Deck the Halls. We have one of the 4x6 cards that's cut down. And again, I think it's just beautiful and simple just like that. But we're going to be dressing it up on my blog post for you. So Deck the Halls. This one happens to have just a beautiful generic print on the other side. But the Deck the Halls adds a nice big focal point to the front of my card. This one here, we have our silver ornament. That was one of the elements in the kit. In this case, I chose to cut the cardstock down almost exactly to the ornament. And what I'm going to do is I'll put my adhesive right here in the middle of this. I'm going to place it down. And then to hide any adhesive that might pop up, I'm going to take one of our beautiful clear faceted gems, and that will form the center of this. And so this one, in all actuality, we can put together. And let's just put this whole thing all the way together. So there you go. When you see it on the blog, it will have a faceted gem in the center and white on the inside. This is another version of that fa la la. And in this case, we're going to add just a small strip of the lemon lime twist to it. Making memories. So again, what I did was I just pulled the cards out that screamed Christmas card to me quickly and easily. And I started looking for, obviously, the coordinating cardstock. I mentioned that I worked with Cherry Cobbler, Basic Black, Lemon Lime Twist, Whisper White as my color choices, and Old Olive. And I just started cutting paper. Now I know in our European markets that cardstock's a little bit bigger, so you're going to need to cut to work with in your dimensions in your market within our global market for Stampin' Up. So again, it's beautiful, simple, and clean. And this would be another Merry and Bright. In this case, with the Let's Be Jolly, and I know I'm just using my finger. You saw me use the bone folder, so you know how to do that. I chose to take a little bit of our Blushing Bride because I found that it kind of pulls out that lighter pinkish color in here. And you're going to have this card. So wait till you see it pop with a little bit of trim that I'm going to put below the Let's Be Jolly. You saw the earlier Oh Holy Night. Let's see if I can find it. We did it in this direction with the star and Mary and Joseph. One of our great little framelits. And in this case, what's going to happen with this one is we have our Basic Black. I've trimmed it down even smaller, so if you can see that. In this case, you have a little bit of the white on either side. Still a small bit white, but I trimmed it even smaller so that we have the Oh Holy Night showing for just that little more extra emphasis. And then from our Bethlehem Nights, I cut the village, and that's going to go and layer onto here because Oh Holy Night was about them making the trip into Bethlehem. So I want to have that on there as well. So you'll have your different options for that card. And then here again, just to show you with this card. And so we have our 4x3 card, our 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and if you can see the stars background embossing folder. So lots and lots of possibilities here. And let me see real quick if I can find what I saved that mitten for. I don't know if you guys remember. I pulled that mitten out and I kept saying, wait, I need that mitten. But let me see if I can find the project that I plan to put it on. And I just kind of wanted to show you guys. Okay. Well, there's a couple of different ones that would work on. Dashing Through the Snow, you want to stay warm. But we also have Santa's Sleigh that would work with that. In this open square here, you're able to put 2 sets of mittens and a little bow, and then your greeting. But one of them, here it is. This is the one that I've been thinking that's going to be perfect for 2 sets of mittens. So I'm going to have one mitten and another mitten and a little bit of a bow, and then a greeting underneath, and it will be on the card. So again, what you're looking for in the catalog, and we don't have them just for the holidays, are these memories and more. And the and more is the big part of this. When we look at this and we see memories, right away we say, oh my gosh, I don't need them. I don't do that scrapbooking thing. I don't do that project life thing. But it's the and more that's going to allow you to create beautiful, fast cards so that you have a stash on hand for emergency card keeping. Or if you don't create them all, oh my gosh, sorry about that, guys. If you don't create them ahead of time, all of them ahead of time is what I was trying to say, then you have this box handy so that you can whip it out, find a card that's perfect and coordinates with cardstock that you have on hand, and you're able to make a quick card. In addition, you're going to be able to do gift tags with these, and as it's also mentioned, the memories. You'll be able to do your project lifestyle scrapbooking as well as your traditional memory keeping. So make sure that you come visit me at remarkablycreated.com for ordering information. You want to visit me for close-ups of the cards. You also want to come follow me as I step up these cards and show you tags as well as the memories part of this Memories and More, guys. Thank you.